I think women should go ahead and get the best guy they can get because it's tied to your biological wants. What I'm telling you is men also have requirements. And one of them is that they don't want a girl to be involved in certain types of industries. So just like you want a guy making 100K a month, a man's gonna expect something in return. He doesn't care about your 100K a month. He wants a girl that's gonna be modest. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I find it interesting how like women will say, these are my standards, I'm not folding. But then if a guy says, well, these are my standards, I'm not folding, and you guys say that's insecure. Are you insecure for wanting 100K a month?
No.
Thank you.
So then I'm not insecure for wanting a modest woman.
No, and I get that, but
Most women on social media have like kind of like a ghost following. What I mean by this is like they'll have 1 million followers on Instagram, 1 million on TikTok, maybe even, you know, well, it never translates over to YouTube. But like what ends up happening is like they get a lot of followers because of the way that they look, but they don't really build a real audience because they're looking at them like, oh, this girl's hot, it's eye candy. They might not know the name, whatever. It's like just a bunch of random people that follow them. So this is why women dominate short form content, actually. This is why they dominate Instagram and TikTok. But if you look at like YouTube, a lot of the times, not very many women do well on YouTube because it's one thing to be attractive. It's another thing to be able to command an audience and hold their attention for a long time. So having a big Instagram following as a woman, I would say like a woman that has like 1 million followers on Instagram is like the equivalent of a guy that has like 10K on Instagram.
What about a girl who
10K? That's
what about
you said 100K earlier. Why 10K now?
Well, it depends, right?
What about a girl?
10K is low, dude.
but
That's
I will
low.
be
What about a girl who has like almost 100K on TikTok?
It's not as impressive.
It's not?
And I'll be honest why.
Okay.
It's not as impressive because number one, TikTok is short form content.
Okay.
Short form content, you can't engage with your you can't build a community to the same degree
Got it.
as if you're doing longer form content. This is why, like, you know, if you take like a girl that has like 5 million followers on Instagram, no one will recognize her because beauty's common. But if you take a guy that got 5 million on Instagram,
they're gonna
I won't
know.
even say Instagram. Like, let's say they got 5 million on YouTube,
But they're gonna know.
they're gonna get stopped a lot.
100%.
You know?
But you're
They're
not.
gonna get stopped
You
a lot.
don't think these girls are? I've been around these girls. The simps that boost their accounts. They're like, "Yo, send me a pic." They are bought it. This girl, look at her smile. She knows she's bought it. She knows she's bought it. Come on.
Whether she's bought it or not,
1 million
what I'm
followers.
saying is that
Get the
what I'm saying is that like it's not real influence is my point. Like having a lot of followers on like Instagram and TikTok isn't the same as like having like
look, why is she broke?
But I'm gonna show
If you
my
have
personality, and that's my goal this year.
Darling,
I agree with you
Puerto Rico,
100%.
Puerto Rico. Why are you poor if you have 1 million followers?
I need to, you know, I've been taking more content. You know, I gotta take more.
She's
on my own.
literally
no, but
poor.
let me tell you something.
Me
You
with
wanna know my story?
300,000,
You
I'm
don't
a millionaire.
No.
She with
but
$1
here's the
million,
problem.
she can't do.
Let me tell you what happened. I
Here,
had a
bro.
big ass.
Hold on, stop.
Bro,
Let me
come
let me
on.
be very blunt with you about this.
Baby girl.
The more you leverage your body, okay. This is for all the female influencers out here that ever want to get into this. The more you leverage your body, the less people are going to take you seriously with what you actually have to say. I'm going to say that again. The more you leverage your body, the less people are going to take you seriously based off what you say. I'll show you guys an example. You look at someone like Candace Owens. She has 100,000 people watching her live as she live streams, right? Why? Because she uses her brain. She dresses extremely conservatively, never shows that much skin, and that's an example of a woman that's like leveraging her, like actually making content versus like leveraging her looks and her body. So as a female creator, you have two paths. You're like at a fork in the road. Once you sexualize yourself, it's going to be very difficult to go back and build an audience off of like the way that you think or your worldviews. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of women don't have interesting things to say because they've kind of had things given to them. And I'm not trying to be an asshole or whatever, but if you look at like the majority of top streamers, they're all men for a reason. They're not women.
No.
Twitch,
Well,
YouTube,
podcast,
I see what you're
YouTube,
saying, but I will die trying, and I know I can show more of my personality.
Drop dead.
Yo, she's cooked.
Would
All
you
right,
fuck her?
all right, thoughts? Fresh?
Oh, it's her turn.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on the show.
Oh,
Her opinions.
very interesting, to say the least. I think everyone obviously does have an opinion, and their opinion does matter. And he's just having a blast, literally. No, I think you guys are really cool. I appreciate you guys for having me. Very entertaining, very interesting. You learn something new every day. And yeah, I don't know.
What was the biggest thing you took away then? What'd you learn?
What did I learn?
Yeah.
How to shut the fuck up. That's what I learned.
I learned that I was right about the
What?
OF hate. No matter what aspect you look at it, it will always.
But
be.
hate is also love.
Yeah, that's what I'm
as
saying.
As much as I
Like,
hate
it's
it,
okay.
I want to be inside hating it. You know what I mean?
It's not hate. You got to understand. It's not hate. It's you limit your ability to attract a suitable mate.
And
when you do that,
I get that, but I feel like a confident man like shouldn't really.
You said you feel like.
Like, you know.
okay. You know what? Let me ask you a question. Fair. I'll be very charitable here. You think a confident man should just accept it, right?
If he's okay with it's also it's preference. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
like not everyone's gonna be confident and not care.
Well, let me ask you this then. Why don't you just accept a homeless guy?
I would.
Stop lying.
I
You're on
would.
camera, baby girl.
We should
You're
go
not
find a guy.
homeless.
You literally run across. She runs across the street when she sees
This
them.
is why they used to be women.
This is 10
This
million, in my opinion.
women to increase their
please
IQ.
Let me. I'm trying to establish something here. I'm trying to create an analogy. So you're saying men should just accept as they come, right? Like, hey, why does this matter so much? I'm asking you, why not just accept a homeless guy?
I feel like it also is it's like their background and their story. Like if they're choosing to be homeless for whatever reason, it's like I feel like in general, if you are homeless, has to be possibilities and ways for you to be not homeless. There's so many jobs out there in the world. It's like you're choosing to sit there regardless of your past. Maybe you went to jail, maybe you had a drug problem. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's always
now
ways to change.
let me phrase it. There's many jobs out there that don't
Yes. Yes, correct. But
So-
if you want the freedom of not working a 9 to 5, not being able to have like someone tell you what to do, take off of work, like.
There's many other entrepreneurial ventures where you don't have to be on the internet like that.
But if the internet likes you,
Okay, did you just see what I did there?
Yeah, I did.
No, you actually didn't.
No, I did, and I get
I
what
saw
you
it.
mean. I get what you mean, but it's also again personal preference.
No. Look, you don't see what I did there. So you're a woman. You have higher standards financially. You want a guy of a certain status. Fair. I don't have a problem with that, actually. I think women should go ahead and get the best guy they can get because it's tied to your biological wants. What I'm telling you is men also have requirements. And one of them is that they don't want a girl to be involved in certain types of industries. So just like you want a guy making 100K a month, a man's going to expect something in return. He doesn't care about your 100K a month. He wants a girl that's going to be modest. Does that make sense? Like,
Yes.
I find it interesting how, like, women will say, these are my standards, I'm not folding. But then if a guy says, well, these are my standards, I'm not folding, and you guys say that's insecure. Are you insecure for wanting 100K a month?
No.
Thank you.
So then I'm
you
not
go.
insecure for wanting a modest woman.
No, and I get that, but again, I feel like it also comes down to the type of
See?
content that you're doing
It's the
on
but.
there.
It's the but. It's
Like
the but.
it depends on what you're doing. If you're sitting there like doing the absolute most, I can understand why a man would be like,
Yo.
I don't want this girl. But it's like
Okay.
you
it's-
could use it for so many things,
it's
and people
irrelevant
just always
because-
forget about
but
that.
No, but it's irrelevant because is considered a site.
Because everyone
So it
made it
doesn't
that
matter if
way.
you're cooking.
Because everybody made it that way, though. Like people still use. I know people that use it and still don't do porn on there. Like it's not like yes, every
Next.
person that does this has like.
Let her
Yeah,
cook.
but you're missing the point. That
What am I missing?
you're missing the point that you being on OF hurts your partner's status.
No, but I get that. But it's
whether
also
you
personal
cook
preference.
on there or not, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
The personal preference thing, like that's.
He's saying,
But
give
if
it
you
like
like
man
a
is
girl,
okay
you shouldn't
with
care
it-
what anybody else says.
The
For
man's-
example,
the man at the-
Melania has been naked.
He's saying at the end of the day, the
fuck
man
up,
is
Puerto
never
Rico.
actually okay with it.
And it's kind
At
of
the
like
end of the day, the man's never not actually okay with it. It's just
yeah, and it's like I find it crazy how like when
I'm
a woman
on your
has
level
standards,
right now.
right? It's like I want 100K a month.
Right.
Like we're like, all right, cool, you have high standards. But then if a guy says like, well, I don't want a girl on it's like consider like this guy's insecure or hey, why don't you make an exception for me or you can't judge a book by its cover. But like you judge a book by its cover because you want a successful guy. You can't have high standards like on one end and then get mad when a guy also has standards that are based on biological imperatives.
No, I get it. And I've honestly seen it. Are you okay?
No, I get it. No,
I get it. What are you gonna say? I don't get it. No, I don't agree with you. I do agree because people do feel that way.
Yo, cheers.
Can I say something as someone who did OnlyFans?
Hey, good job on Unplugged Clips, X. Yo, Unplugged Clips, X, are you in OSS, bro? Are you in chat right now? Good stuff, dude. I see you going viral. Good stuff, my man.